So a quick video on how to handle shadow DOM, which is available inside the iframe. Actually, this question asked by Sanjay, who is the founder and creator of Selectors Hub. He actually asked this question on LinkedIn, and I thought of sharing a video. It's a very good scenario, slightly complex one, no doubt about it. So this is the application, and what Sanjay is asking that you have to enter something over here in this particular text field, that do you love tea or not. And if you see the HTML DOM, this is the input field which is available inside the shadow root, and this is open, and it's having its own hash. Shadow root means it's having its own HTML DOM over here. Okay, and the good thing is that the complex thing is that the shadow root is actually available inside one iframe also. So here you just keep scrolling up, and then you will see one iframe here as well. Just see this here, iframe. So this entire section, you can see the blue highlighted section is available inside one iframe where id is equal to packed, and this iframe is actually available inside the main HTML DOM, the top HTML DOM here. So this is the HTML, this is the head, and this is the body, and under this body we have one iframe, and then under that particular iframe, this is the iframe, and under this iframe we have a shadow root element is available, the shadow DOM element is available here. So how will you reach here? So you have to cross multiple things, right? So you have to go to the browser to page to the specific iframe, and then inside this iframe, this shadow root element, you have to get into this, and then there is one input field, and then you have to enter a value here. First of all, one thing that you have to understand, that for shadow root, you cannot create an XPath. So you cannot write it like this, input some XPath by using some attribute that you are creating it. So you have to create one JS query selector, and then on the basis of that you have to handle it, and you have to execute Java, you have to use JavaScript executor for this. So first I'll show you on the console in the dev Chrome protocols that how exactly you can handle it. So what you just need to do, you right click on it, go to input, and then go to copy, and then copy this JS path here. This is your JavaScript path. Copy this JS path and go to console, and then you simply paste it over here. And here you can see this is returning you an object, input type equal to text over here, this entire element that we are getting it over here. Okay, and I'll do one thing, that I'll again use this particular object and store in some element. For example, le is equal to this, storing in this particular variable, okay, in my JavaScript. I'm not writing any Selenium Java code right now. I'll show you with Java code as well. And then what you do is that you can use this le dot, and then you can use one set attribute method is available. Which attribute? We know that, okay, there is one attribute that is called the value attribute, and which value that you want to select. So I want to select something, do you love tea, and let's say I'm writing any tea name here, let's say green tea here or something like this, and then you enter the value, and then see the thing that will be displayed over here. It means green tea will be entered inside this text field. So here you can see green tea. So this is what you have to perform if you're using Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, or any other specific language that you are using it. Okay, so I'll show you practically how exactly we do it with Selenium Java. So this is the, I'm launching Chrome and then putting implicitly wait for 20 seconds and then launching this application. And then what exactly I'm going to do, that I have to first switch to this particular frame. So here I don't need to switch to this frame because this is already pointing to this particular frame only. Here you can see in this particular drop down, it's already pointing to this frame. It means we are already in this particular section. But programmatically, when you run with the Java code or with any programming language with Selenium, if you are writing it, you have to switch to this frame. So I'm using switch to a frame by using frame ID. I can use it, so I can just see the frame ID. So the frame ID is this, ID is equal to packed. So let's use this ID equal to packed over here. Okay, now the control is available in this particular, driver is available inside the frame, and now we have to keep going, and then we have to search for a shadow root element where input field is available, right? So whatever, right click on it once again, and then whatever the JS path is available, you just copy this particular JS path here. Okay, and then we have to execute this JS path with the help of JavaScript executor. So I'll do one thing, that I'll convert my driver with the JavaScript executor. So I'll put a bracket, I'll do a typecasting here with respect to JavaScript executor, and this is actually giving me for example, JSE is equal to this, and here. Okay, so with this JSE, you can execute any JavaScript. You know that, right? You can simply say JSE dot execute a script that you can execute that. But before that, we have to create a JavaScript for that. How will you create that? So I'll do one thing to execute the JavaScript. First, I have to create a web element. So I'll do one thing directly. I'll write JSE dot execute script. And what is your script name? See this, what you just need to write, you write a return, a keyword over here, because this will be my return a keyword with respect to JavaScript. So I have to get the JavaScript web element from the browser, and whatever the JS path is there, let me just copy once again, copy JS path from here, and then you paste it here. Okay, so here you can see this is my JavaScript JS path that I have added. You don't need to pass the second argument, just remove it and put a semicolon here. And then this js.execute script, it will return document.query selector, and this query selector will be executed. So this is what we were getting, and we were storing inside the element, right? So we are writing, hey, return this element. So it will return what? It will return an object. What kind of object? It will return a web element over here. So let's see, I'm just storing inside the element, which is equal to this. And then import your web element from Selenium library. Okay, so js.execute script, it will return an object, and then object to web element, again we can typecast here. So I'll say, okay, fine, this is my Selenium web element now. So this entire thing will become a Selenium web element, the RHS after equal to, and then storing inside the web element reference variable here. Fine, then I have to write what the next line is, set attribute value something. So this is again a JavaScript. So how will you write it? So what you do is simple, create a JavaScript over here. So for example, my JavaScript will be a string, and then this is my JavaScript. I'll write, this is my arguments 0 dot, and then you write set attribute method. This is, make sure that no spelling mistakes, set attribute, which attribute, the value attribute, and what exactly the value that you want to enter. So I'll enter, for example, green masala tea here, something like this that I'm going to enter. Okay, so this will become my JavaScript, and then I just need to do what? I just need to execute my script. So I'll do one thing that I can use this particular JSE once again dot execute script. What is a script? The script name is a JS, and what is the element? So for example, let's see, this is my element here, and you supply this element here. Okay, so js comma element. So again, I'm going to use jse dot execute a script, and this is the value should be entered. Let's run it. Let's see it is working or not. So right click on it, run as Java application, and here you can see the browser is getting launched, and this is, let's see, it is still running. It takes some time because it will go to that HTML to iframe to reach at that particular shadow root element, and then it will enter in the text field. So let's see the program is still running in the background. You can see it's not giving you any error, and then you see green masala tea got entered here. Slightly slow, but this is the only way that we can handle this scenario like that. So green masala tea got entered here. Perfect. So this is the solution for this. Same thing you can do it with Python, JavaScript, Ruby, or any other programming language that you're using with Selenium. You can do that. Now I'm giving you one assignment. I'm giving you one task.